welcome back to Maluti-a-Phofung, and thanks so much for joining us here on Morning Live for our election debate from the Free State this morning. And we are in the Maluti-a-Phofung municipality, which is an administrative area of the Thabo Mafutshane district. And this particular municipality where we are this morning has been identified, it was by the then Minister of Kokta, Dr. William Kize, as one of 87 municipalities in distress. And it's in distress because of malfeasance and also identified governance, political, financial, and of course service delivery challenges in this area. And that situation, it would seem, persists until today. So before we took that break and went to news, I promised to get an answer to all the allegations about why this municipality has collapsed. It's been under administration since February last year. So we've established why the opposition have felt that this is under distress. But now we're going to hear from the ANC, their response, and then we have members of the community lined up to ask their questions to the elected representatives. So it's over to the ANC.
Thank you, Sakina. People of Maluti-a-Phofung and Kwakwa in particular deserves better. And only the ANC that can give them that better. The municipality, yes, it is under distress. There's a number of them in the Free State though. And that's why government has intervened with section 1391B to assist the municipality. That it means we must intervene, support, skills support. We must intervene to assist service delivery. And that's why the provincial government has came here led by the Premier of the Free State and ensured people of Thabo Mafutshane and Kwakwa in particular that they are going to bring public works, they are going to bring roads and transport to ensure that they assist service delivery. However, currently, we have built this multi-purpose center. We are building the same in Ntabazo. We are building the same in Maluti-a-Phofung. We are constructing both Maluti-a-Phofung and Ntabazo, the stadiums. We have built houses in the 4.3 million houses in the country. 136,000 are built here in Kwakwa. So we're making sure that we are assisting our people, we are improving their lives. There's a mall that was opened yesterday here in Kwakwa that shows investor confidence. The investment there is very huge, exceeds 2 billion. The investment in special economic zone development exceeds 3 billion. That shows investor confidence. With the President Cyril Ramaphosa currently, we are dealing with corruption. And the intervention here, that's why you see the hawks, is because President Cyril Ramaphosa has intervened to say we want a clean government. We hate corruption. It takes from our people what they deserve. More than that, Sakina, what we are doing here in Kwakwa to ensure that we help our people, as I've said earlier on, tourism features prominently. We have revived the Atalawa in Tiami to ensure that our people get access from the agri-village. We have improved the traditional leader place there called Mahulukwe, because the ANC cares and wants to ensure that we unite the community and bring them together.
Let's hear if the people of Maluti-a-Phofung, of this particular municipality, Maluti-a-Phofung, actually agree with that. So we're going to hand it over now to the residents of this area to ask their questions. And when you get to the mic, please just give us your name and get to the question short and sharp. I'm not going to listen to stories. I'm going to cut you off. Just ask your question, please.
My name is Archie Mudise. I represented the Socialist. I come from the Socialist Revolutionary Workers' Party. To the mumbo jumbo of the bourgeois administration in front of us, you all claim that you are going to do many things for the people of this community. The collapse of this municipality is exactly as a result of the nature of the system of capitalism itself. How do you intend, especially to those who claim to be socialists, how do you intend to change the people's lives, especially the people of this community, when none of you has shown any intention or even mentioned any intention to collapse this system of capitalism that breeds exactly the result of what has happened in this municipality. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take the next question. We'll take 4 questions and then we'll get answers.
Thank you, ma'am. My name is Bridget. I'm directing my question to DPSA leader Ntate Libesa. My question to you, sir, is after the implementation of Section 139B Ntate by the province, we are still struggling to provide the basic services because of the poor financial management and to appoint the incompetent senior managers. So what are you promising to the people of Maluti-a-Phofung to get rid of the corruption that we see and done by the majority rule in the council? Thank you.
Thank you very much, and I'm glad that you are sticking to the script. Just get to the question, and then we can get through as many of them as we can. Continue, sir.
All right, thank you, ma'am. My name is Metsing Mpakachi. I'm coming from Democratic Alliance, and my question will be directed to the ruling party. Sir, my question is, we have about 13 councillors who were expelled from the council, and those councillors have voted with other political parties, but they voted for their own candidate, ANC candidate, for standing up for corruption, because they were exercising their own democratic rights to stand up for corruption. So they are all expelled. So going forward, what is it that you are going to do to actually stop corruption that is happening in this municipality? Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Mohau Mulwele. My question is directed to the future mayor of Maluti-a-Phofung, Fighter Mahlomola Majake. The former president of the country, Ntatembeki, declared Maluti-a-Phofung as a nodal area. In short, our area is poverty-stricken. Our people are still subjected to the conditions of poverty. We see the ANC-led municipality that is very corrupt, led by the former mayor, Vose Chabalala. What are you going to do differently as the EFF when we take over government? Because we see the ANC is still giving their friends, their sisters tenders and all of that. So what are we going to do differently as the economic freedom fighters when we take over the municipality? Because the ground is fertile. Clearly the EFF after this particular elections are going to take over Maluti-a-Phofung.
Thank you. All right. And this is where I'm going to ask you, we heard your questions, and can we please just now allow the panel to respond to those questions? So please, I'm going to ask you for your patience so that we can hear what the answers actually are. Let's start with you with the question that was posed to Mr. Libesa, and this was about a solution, a possible solution to the corruption in this area.
Thank you very much. If you take over this municipality, we are going to implement 4 C's: capacity, compliance, anti-corruption, and consequence management. We will make sure that we employ competent officials. All Brian Molefe's dead woods will be shown the door immediately when we take over. Compliance. We will make sure that we comply with the rules and regulations of this country. Everything we do, we must make sure that we comply with the regulations. Corruption will be prosecuted. Consequence management. There is a lack of consequence management in this municipality. For instance, you will find that officials pay 4 million rand to a certain company without documentations. There is no consequence management. The Gwangweta Party of South Africa will make sure that they will suffer the consequences.
Okay, but are you saying that the system is broken when you talk about no consequence management? Because you have highlighted, all of you have, various things that have gone wrong in this municipality that I think is common throughout the country. But it would seem as though there are no consequences to people's actions. Is the system not functional? Is the system not able to cope with these things?
If there is no will, there is no way. There is no political will to fight corruption in the Maluti-a-Phofung.
Okay.
And political will must come from the above. The above must set the tone.
All right, I tell you what, you've mentioned Mr. Brian Molefe, not the one from Eskom and Transnet, but a different one here. So, and I don't want to be accused of not giving him a right of reply, because he's been accused of several things by you.
Yes.
So, and I believe it's the gentleman sitting in the front row, so I have easy access to him. So I'm going to give him a chance to respond to some of your allegations that you've made against Mr. Brian Molefe.
Yes, thank you.
No, thanks very much. Thanks very much, Sakina, and for giving me this opportunity to try to respond sharply so. I believe Ntate Lebesa, as a member of the council, has got all rights. You know, I don't find logic in all what he's saying. Once one gets employed somewhere for 2 months, getting salary for 2 months, then thereafter leave that particular job or resign, resume another job. Why can't Ntate Lebesa open a case, because he has got a clear evidence that that particular person or me got a salary somewhere and came back, because he has got that. And he's saying I'm getting 1.3 million. I wonder whether at any stage does ever have seen my salary advice. Does he know exactly what he's talking about? Because this is pure allegation, unfounded. Thank you.
Do you know what you're talking about?
He is a director. He is a director. The directors earn more than 1 million rand per month, per annum. And he's denying that he contested elections as ANC candidate. The matter was reported to the public protector, for your information. We are still awaiting the report of the public protector.
All right. Are you satisfied?
Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine if the matter has been taken to public protector. It's fine. I believe that once outcome comes out, then the matter will be taken from there. But from where I'm sitting, I've never served as a councillor. I've never served as a councillor. Yes, I was on in 2 days, I resigned. Not 2 months.
2 days means you served. If you served for an hour, you still served.
Yes, that's it.
All right.
It is said that a person of his caliber, it is said that a person of his caliber can lie to the nation. We've got the proof, we've got the documents.
All right.
This guy was appointed as a councillor in August 2016 and resigned in October 2016.
All right. Well, if you just joined us,
he does not even have a concurrency from provincial government as a director. He does not have a concurrency. And ask him, what does he want here? He's a director. What do you want here? Because you must be at work.
Mr. Lebesa, and talking about the issue of corruption, which was posed by one of the members of the audience here. Let's move on to the EFF. This is a presidential nodal area, and the question was, what are you going to do differently? And perhaps also addressing the question of capitalism that was put by the first speaker here.
Okay, thanks, Sakina. Let me just confirm what the gentleman said about that director. He was elected as a councillor at a district municipality, and then came back and he resigned at the municipality. He came back, there was no advert, there was nothing. He came back to his post as a manager, he's now a director. So he can't come here and lie to South Africans. It's a fact what the gentleman said about him. And there is a documentation to that effect.
All right, yeah. Let's go on to the question that was posed to you.
Indeed, this place was identified as a nodal area. But because of the corruption...
Ladies and gentlemen, can we please just quieten down? Can we quieten down? Thank you.
Indeed, this municipality was declared as a nodal area. But due to the corruption that was going on here, our people remain unemployed. Poverty is a daily thing here. Factories are closed here, and this area is having more than 300 factories that can employ people of this area. but they are closed. So if the EFF can take this municipality, we're going to create a special economic zone. We're going to revitalize those industries. We're going to ask investors to come here and invest, and we'll make rebates for them. So to enhance, and we will ask them to employ at least 2,000 people. Each investor which will come here and open this factory.
But you heard the ANC. The ANC was saying people. They are creating those opportunities. They are saying that the investment is coming.
There is no job opportunities here. The only job which is here, which is the ANC creates here, it's EPWP. The one that they use, EPWP, the one that they use for door to door. You see these parties here. As we canvass through our ground forces, through our volunteers. These ones, they make door to door through EPWP. EPWP doesn't do its work. They do ANC work. Secondly, these ones.
Okay.
They employ what we call CWP. Those people of CWP also. They are door knockers for the African National Congress.
All right. I'll get the ANC to respond to that.
You can't fund them at work.
All right.
You will always, these are the EPWP people here.
Thank you, Mr. Majake.
These are the EPWP people. All of them are EPWP people. And secondly, Sakina.
Thank you, Mr. Majake.
They've employed.
I heard you.
Yes,
I heard you. I'll get the ANC to respond to that.
I just finished.
I'll get the ANC to respond. Let's move to the Democratic Alliance.
Sakina.
Okay. Are you going to respond to the question of the capitalism, but also corruption and employment?
Yes. Sakina, I just wanted to remind you, we are in this situation because both the national government of the ANC and the provincial, they failed their part of this. You talk about there is no accountability. The former mayor, the person who made this municipality to be collapsed, he is number 6 on the list. In other words, he's promoted. I want to say in Sesotho, batho ba kwakwa hali no vote la ANC ka di 8 May motho ya dile masipala o promote o ya province. In other words, there is no accountability in this municipality. Sakina,
I'm just waiting for the noise to die down.
You clearly say this municipality is under administration. There are 4 administrators in this municipality. They couldn't even get an access to the building of the municipality. Municipality that doesn't have finance. They have to take 20 million to pay the security company because there are death threats, there are interference of the political people who are there. I think the case of the young man who's sitting here as a manager during working hours, it says a lot about the ANC. That must be investigated. I want to remind my colleague here from the ANC. He says that they are building houses here. Corruption in the ANC government in the Free State. They've taken 1 billion, give it to 106 companies who didn't even build a single wall or a foundation. That is corruption.
Okay.
Frieda is here because of the ANC.
Let Mr.
They've taken
answer
money
to that.
for Winnie Mandela Museum. Nothing is happening, but the money is going to the people without not even service delivery. Now the people who want service delivery, they must vote for DA because the DA were the only party that we take corruption seriously.
All right?
That's what we do.
Mr. Ngangisa?
No, thanks, Sakina. I think to address the question of my fellow comrade here, it is Ntate Mandela who said whether a cat...
Just hold on, please. Just hold on. Okay, so we've had all of these allegations been leveled against the ANC. I'm sure you want to hear the answers to what has been charged to the ANC. So please continue, Mr. Ngangisa.
Who said it doesn't matter whether a cat is black or white, as long as it catches mouth. With regard to the question of capitalism, we are a country that is practicing mixed economy, directed by the National development plan, premised on the Freedom Charter. Ours is to address the needs of our people and ensure that we grow the economy for the benefit of all. We want to create a prosperous country wherein all people of the country benefit. That's our approach in terms of dealing with the ills of the past around the economy of the country and empowerment of our people. With the expelled councillors, with the question, and I thank the person who asked the question.
Yes.
We are in government to transform the society. We are in government to ensure that our policies get implemented. The councillors did not listen to the tune of the ANC. They are not there on their own. They are there on the ticket of the ANC. And it is not true that they were expelled because they fight corruption. In fact, we are the ones who have put in place systems. You have the Hawks today. You have the Special Investigation Unit today. You have the Public Protector today. You have the Auditor General today. Because it is an injuncture in the Constitution that we, the ANC, have fought to be included. For clean government, for transparent government.
So
these councillors that are expelled today.
Let me understand you correctly. Are you therefore saying, that those councillors that were expelled were not fighting corruption?
No, they were expelled because I was deployed here to speak to them. They were expelled because they defied the mandate of the ANC. They were expelled by the National Disciplinary Committee of Appeals because they defied the mandate of the ANC. They undermined governance in the light of the ANC to transform our people. It is us who have intervened. Just the other question, Sakina. We want a clean, honest, dependable government. And that's why the EPWP is not one of the main strategies. It is a bigger package to address the social ills of the society. It's part of the packet of the social security. It includes free water, free electricity, grants that people get, children that go to school and get food in school. It includes free education.
All right.
It includes building houses for our people. So it's a bigger package in the basket to address poverty, unemployment, and inequalities in our people.
And I'm
That's
sure
the last
you
one
heard
of
the
the
response
houses.
there. You heard the response to you saying that you are giving free water, free electricity. It was an emphatic no from the crowd because they are saying there's no water here. So what are you talking about? You owe ESCOM, you owe the Water Authority. But we'll get into that and more of the audience questions after the break.